It is said that games are never won on feet. They are won in the mind. The real genius masterclass and moment of brilliance lies within the manager. From being the successful loser to being the only manager to have reached 5 Champions League finals and winning 4 of them. A true masterclass of the game. This is the untold story of Carlo Ancelotti. Carlo Michelangelo Ancelotti was born on 10th June 1959 in Reggio, Italy. His football career started as a player. In his early days, he played for Reggio, Parma, and later playing for AS Roma, and finally AC Milan, where he hung his boots as a player. He played as a central midfielder and partially as a defensive one. He won 13 major honors as a player. The icing on the cake was winning the successive back-to-back Champions League final with the great Arrigo Sacchi in 1989 and 1990 final. Before the successful path came the difficult moments and the unsuccessful period. His managerial career started on July 1992 as the assistant manager to Arrigo Sacchi in the Italian national team. His period at the Italian national team weren't successful as they were not crowned with any trophies. He spent almost 3 years learning from Arrigo Sacchi. His club managerial era started in Regina, where it only lasted for 1 year before Parma came in knocking for him on July 1st, 1996. Ancelotti inherited a team that had finished 6th in the Italian league. He managed to come second after Juventus won the league with 65 points, only 2 points ahead of Parma. He was coaching the likes of Gianluigi Buffon, Fabio Cannavaro, Lilian Thuram, Enrico Chiesa, and Hernan Crespo. Parma had attained Champions League football. However, he was sacked the following season as he failed to win anything and finished 6th in the league with 57 points. On February 7, 1999, the old lady of Turin decided to hire Ancelotti as their next manager. He picked the old lady mid-season of 1998-99 season. Juventus required immediate success as they had finished 6th in the previous season. Despite picking the old lady mid-season, he managed to come second after Lazio won the league with only 1 point ahead of Juventus with 72 points. The following season came with a lot of pressure from the board and a lot of criticism from the fans and the media. Despite managing the likes of Edwin van der Sar, Paolo Montero, Antonio Conte, Zinedine Zidane, Alessandro Del Piero, once again he failed to win the league as Juventus came second with 2 points behind AS Roma, who won the league with 75 points. Juventus grew tired of him. The criticism was heavy. The old lady fans called him the fat pig, to the extent he was called the El Predete Discasio, which translates to the successful loser in English. His time at Juventus came to an end. On November 7, 2001, AC Milan appointed Carlo Ancelotti to be their new manager. Ancelotti was known to be able to handle big ego players and club owners. He was able to successfully work with Silvio Berlusconi, who was the Italian Prime Minister and the then owner of AC Milan. He was heavily involved with his team. Some managers could not easily work with him. In his first season, he finished 4th in the league with 55 points, as his former employer Juventus were crowned winners of the league. Success came knocking at his door. It was his second season with AC Milan. In the league, AC Milan finished 3rd with 61 points, as Juventus won the league. At AC Milan, he was able to abandon his favorite 4-4-2 formation and came up with a 4-3-3 with a diamond-shaped midfield. He nurtured and brought up the deep-lying midfield playmaker Andrea Pirlo. His midfield consisted of Pirlo, Gattuso, Seedorf, and the free-roaming number 10 Rui Costa. Despite failing to win the Scudetto that season, AC Milan won the Champions League final against Juventus 3-2 on penalties after the game ended in a goalless draw. The Champions League win was the most special as it was his first ever trophy to win. They also won the Coppa Italia, which is the Italian Cup. Ancelotti successfully managed the departure and the incoming of new players, as he maintained a perfect balance of his team. New incoming players such as Kaká further led the club into success. AC Milan started the league by winning the UEFA Super Cup. In the Champions League, they were knocked out of the quarter-finals by Deportivo La Corona on 5-4 aggregate. Despite failing to go through the quarter-finals of the UCL, they managed to win the league with 82 points. Ancelotti had perfectly cracked a formula on how his team could play. AC Milan opened the league by winning the Italian Super Cup. That season wasn't that successful with AC Milan. They came second in the league after coming short of 7 points as Juventus won the league. The road to Istanbul was successful as they came top of their group that consisted of Barcelona, Shakhtar Donetsk and Celtic. AC Milan defeated Manchester United, Inter Milan and PSV to reach the UCL final. This Champions League final is known as the Liverpool Miracle of Istanbul and the nightmare to AC Milan. AC Milan started the game perfectly. Maldini opened the score sheet by scoring in the first minute of the game, and Crespo's double in the 39th and the 44th minute of the game. AC Milan were winning the game. Gerrard scored Liverpool's first goal in the 54th minute. Smika scored the second goal in the 56th minute, as Xabi Alonso scored the equalizer in the 60th minute. The game was decided on penalties. As they came out still draw in the extra time, Liverpool won 3-2 on penalties. Ancelotti was able to brush off the failures in Istanbul. In the 2005-2006 season, AC Milan came second, just 3 points behind Juventus. They were knocked out of the Champions League semi-final by Barcelona by 1-0 aggregate and went on to winning the final. Ancelotti was named the best coach in the world for the first time. AC Milan came fourth in the 2006-2007 league with 69 points, as their rivals Inter Milan won the league with 97 points. Ancelotti was chasing his favorite trophy, that was the Champions League. AC Milan won their group with 10 points, a group that consisted of Lille, PAOK and Anderlecht. AC Milan beat Celtic, Bayern Munich, the famous Kaká moment against Manchester United in OT in the semi-finals, by booking the final spot against a familiar opponent, that was Liverpool. Ancelotti was keen for history not to repeat itself. AC Milan won the final 2-1 courtesy of 2 goals from Filippo Inzaghi. Ancelotti had then reached 3 Champions League finals and won 2 of them. This was AC Milan's 7th time winning the Champions League in their history. AC Milan opened the 2007-2008 season by winning the UEFA Super Cup. Ancelotti saw his last 2 seasons with AC Milan by finishing 5th with 64 points and coming 3rd with 74 points in the 2008-2009 season. As their main rivals Inter Milan won the league in those 2 seasons, his time at AC Milan was over. On July 1st, 2009, Chelsea secured the signature of the Italian tactician. His first season with Chelsea was crowned with winning the 2009-2010 English Premier League title with 86 points, 1 point in front of Manchester United. His team consisted of the likes of Lampard, Drogba, Ballack, John Terry, Cech and Deco. Chelsea came second in the 2010-2011 season with 71 points as Manchester United won the league with 80 points. He managed to lead his team in winning the FA Cup final against Portsmouth. He left Chelsea at the end of the season. On January 1st, 2012, PSG signed him mid-season. Despite joining PSG mid-season, he helped them finish the season second after Montpellier won the league with 82 points. His second and last season with PSG, he managed to lead them into winning the 2012-2013 Ligue A title with 83 points. At PSG, he was working with players such as Marco Verratti, Blaise Matuidi, Zlatan Ibrahimovic, Thiago Motta and Sirigu. On July 1st, 2013, Los Blancos secured the services of Carlo Ancelotti. Real Madrid wanted Ancelotti to take them a further step into success. He was training the likes of Cristiano Ronaldo, Bale, Modric, Xabi Alonso, Pepe, Ramos, Benzema, Di Maria. The list is endless. Ancelotti had perfected a way of having his players all available and reducing their injury rates. That they had something that he had perfectly implemented at AC Milan and then at Madrid. In the 2013-2014 La Liga season, Madrid came third as their arch rivals Atletico won the league with 90 points, only 3 points ahead of the Real Madrid. Real Madrid had topped their UCL group with 16 points, a group that consisted of Galatasaray, Juventus and Copenhagen. Ancelotti had the golden touch of winning the UCL. He had already created a perfect record in the competition. Real Madrid defeated Schalke 04, Borussia Dortmund and Bayern Munich to reach the final against a familiar opponent, that was Atletico Madrid. Real Madrid was looking for their first trophy of the season, while Atletico looking to secure their double. Ancelotti was pretty familiar with such games. Atletico opened the score sheet from Godin in the 36th minute. The game remained 1-0 until the 93rd minute when Ramos secured a header to equalize the game and take it to the extra time. Bale scored the second, followed by Marcelo, and Cristiano Ronaldo scored the final goal from the spot kick to secure the win on 4-1. Real Madrid had secured the La Decima. Real Madrid started their 2014-2015 campaign by winning the Super Cup, the Spanish Cup winner, and also securing the Club World Cup. Ancelotti was awarded the World Best Coach, his second time winning after winning the trophy in 2006 with AC Milan. Ancelotti was a record man, a coach that defined success. Once again, Real Madrid failed to win the La Liga as they finished second with 92 points after Barcelona won the league with 94 points. Florentino Perez was dissatisfied with Ancelotti's La Liga record and decided to sack him. On July 1st, 2016, Bayern Munich secured the signature of the Italian Serie A winner. This was his fourth top league after managing in Italy, England, Spain, and then Germany. He was brought in to build on what Pep Guardiola had already built in Munich. Bayern Munich were desperately looking for the Champions League trophy as they were used to winning the Bundesliga. Ancelotti started life in Germany by winning the German Super Cup winner. He also went on to winning the 2016-17 Bundesliga title with 82 points. It was his fourth title in every league that he had managed. Bayern Munich were knocked out in the quarter-finals of the Champions League on 6-3 aggregate by Real Madrid. On September 28, 2017, Bayern Munich showed dissatisfaction with Carlo Ancelotti after a poor start of the season. Back to Italy, this time it wasn't AC Milan, it was Napoli, still chasing to win the league. The last time they won the league was in the 1989-90 with the great Diego Armando Maradona. Up to date, they haven't won the league. Ancelotti was to pick the team from where Maurizio Sarri left. Napoli had finished the previous league second with 91 points after Juventus won the league with 95 points. Ancelotti's work was to take Napoli a further step into winning silverware. Once again, Napoli failed to win the league as they came second. This time it was by a huge margin as they were second with 79 points and Juventus had won the league with 90 points. In the Champions League, they failed to progress beyond the group stage as they finished third in a group that consisted of PSG, Liverpool, Red Star Belgrade. They were dropped out to the Europa League. In the Europa League, they were knocked out in the quarterfinal as Arsenal thrashed them 3-0 on aggregate. All of a sudden, the media and the fans once again were against Ancelotti as he had failed to deliver. Napoli started the 2019-20 season badly off and rightly off the mark. They were really poor from defense to creating chances. The pressure and the criticism were heavy for Ancelotti. On 10th December 2019, Napoli showed Ancelotti the door. Everton decided to move quickly and secure the signature of the Italian manager. On 22nd December 2019, Ancelotti signed for Everton. He was picking Everton mid-season. He managed to make Everton play beautiful and attacking football. Unfortunately, Everton finished the season poorly as they finished 12th with 49 points in the league. In the 2020-2021 season, Ancelotti managed to take Everton higher on the table to the 10th position. Everton managed to finish the season 10th with 59 points as they were playing good football and they had a clear game plan. On July 1st, 2021, Real Madrid decided to replace Zinedine Zidane with Carlo Ancelotti. Ancelotti had undying love for Real Madrid. Ancelotti was able to deal with the injury records at Real Madrid and ensure the players aren't injured. The coming back of Pintus really boosted Real Madrid players. Ancelotti closely turned and nurtured Vinicius Jr., Rodrigo, Valverde, boosting players like Modric, Kroos, Casemiro, and working closely with Benzema. The defensive backline was perfect, especially the partnership between Alaba and Militao. Ancelotti won the 2021-2022 La Liga title with 86 points, ahead of Barcelona, who finished the season second with 73 points, making him the only manager to have won 5 league titles in the top 5 European leagues. Champions League, Real Madrid finished top of their group with 15 points, a group that consisted of Inter Milan, Sheriff Tripoli, and Shakhtar Donetsk. This particular road to the final saw Real Madrid overturning some of the craziest scoreline. They were the comeback kings of last year's 2021-2022 Champions League. They defeated PSG 3-2 on aggregate in round of 16, beating Chelsea 5-4 on aggregate, and finally defeating Manchester City 6-5 on aggregate to reach the final. Ancelotti was facing a familiar opponent, Liverpool. This was his 5th Champions League final, 3rd time facing Liverpool. He had mastered the art of winning the Champions League. Real Madrid were looking for their 17th UCL title, while Liverpool were looking for their 7th. Ancelotti was an expert of winning. Real Madrid as a team knew how to win finals. The game was very tight. Both teams defended and attacked perfectly. Vinicius Jr. was the hero, as he perfectly slotted in a pass from Valverde, making Real Madrid the 17th time winner of the UEFA Champions League. Ancelotti is now the only coach to have won the competition 4 times. He is indeed a record man. Ancelotti perfectly started this season, 2020-2023, by winning the Spanish Cup winner and the UEFA Super Cup. His Real Madrid has currently started the season perfectly. Let's see how his team will fare in the UCL this year and the league. From being the successful loser to being the serial winner, the only coach to have won the UCL 4 times and winning 5 league titles in the 5 top leagues, Ancelotti has defined what success is. He is truly a record man, a manager with a golden touch, an eye of winning trophies, true genius and architect of the game.